Hi guys, I'm Khairan Stafford, and a little bit about myself. I'm 23 years old, and I'm from Newport, Arkansas, and I went to school at OVU. Like Donnie said, I was majored in studio art with a minor in psychology. What I plan on doing with that, I don't know yet, but hey, we'll figure it out. And we're going to talk about one of my pieces today. I call it Kai Studio. And I guess just talk about the step-by-step process that I went through with that. So here, as you see on the screen right here, this is a final piece that I came up with, that it finally came to be, and just start the video and see how it went. So in the beginning, I was going to draw something else, but I changed my mind about that. So I was on Instagram, and I saw a picture of Rihanna, and I did like a little sketch of her face. So as you saw, if you don't mind pushing pause. So as you saw that, I started out, I painted, I guess, the outer figure of her, and then I went in and made a line in the middle, and I painted her eyes to be symmetrical, her nose and her lips, and then made the dark areas darker and where I wanted certain lights and darks to be at first. Yes. Go ahead. Then I started adding color, adding a base color to her. And then added the eyebrows in.
So tell me about what you're thinking about skin tone, skin color. So you've got yellow, and then you have these different colors you're putting on top of it. You're not using just one color to just hit everything in this piece.
No.
You're doing a whole bunch of things.
Yes. Well, I think, yeah, I'm hitting a whole bunch of things because, we all have undertones, and, we all have like darker undertones or lighter undertones. And I just saw that picture and she had more of a lighter undertone. So I went with yellow. I kind of just play around with colors in the beginning. What I do is I have like a palette by itself, like a whole page on Procreate where I just play with color. And then when I see the color that I like, I actually bring them into the palette and play with them on the piece that I want it to be in, if that makes any sense. So
yeah.
So and then I started, basically all right now it's just like base color with like her face, and I kind of do add some highlights and some shadows to make her nose feel like it's coming off to make it look more three-dimensional on a two-dimensional page. And at this point, it's just me trying to get her face proportional because I had a lot of issues with that. And
so I see you kind of pushing and pulling her face here and there, which you can do digitally.
Yeah, you can do this.
But you can't do on paper, right? Right. And when you talk about palettes, so you have a different collections of colors on your iPad,
right?
On the Procreate software, and I guess what I'm wanting to say, for the students is, a palette is like a collection of colors, not necessarily, particular set of paints or anything like that. It's just it's the place where you put your colors.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. And just to go ahead and like shout out Procreate real quick. So if you want to get Procreate is a $10 out. It's no subscription. It's just $10, and you get a whole set of paint brushes, pencils, whatever you need to make the art that you want to make. And I recommend anybody that's wanting to get into digital work to buy it. I mean, it's very cheap. It's $10. I mean, that's the meal at McDonald's. And I mean, yeah, I just think it's a good investment to do. And I mean, I think you'll just learn a lot. I think you'll learn about yourself creatively and learn more about how digital creators create their work as well. So I do recommend anybody to get it.
Yeah.
And
So talk about the text you're developing. Like, so it says Vogue.
well, okay, this is one of her magazine
Okay.
her magazine posters magazine covers on Vogue. But the thing
Yeah.
is, I didn't want to do that. So, and then she had, and I don't know if y'all can find the picture, which y'all probably can't find the picture, but if you go on Google and just type in a Vogue cover of Rihanna, and you see her in this orange jacket looking thing, you'll see that it's kind of is the word transparent that I'm looking for.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I tried to like do that. Just I didn't want it to. I tried to make it more abstract in a way, so you like know it's a jacket hoodie, but like not really, because I still wanted to portray my abstracted. I still wanted to keep the abstracted feel of all my pieces that I do. So yeah, and like with her face and everything, with the marks and the orange around her lip, I was kind of going for more. I was really just playing around with it. There's no like symbolic meaning to it, other than like I guess for me, because like the piece is called Kai Studio, and like that's like my Instagram page and all that, and I just wanted this whole piece kind of embodies my I think just me as an artist. So
Yeah.
that's why there's like that's
Okay.
why you have words in there, and it's just different. Because
Yeah.
I think what I create and what I do is just different than most people.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you put this like a filter to kind of make her face more monochromatic in the end there.
Was I basically added a layer on top of it,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, so I guess you can say a filter. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's underneath that it's colored more naturally,
Right.
and
I think
then
if you go back like a second,
yeah.
you go back and like push pause like a second later. Yeah, that's what it's just with word like right there, right there. That's what the final piece like looks
Okay.
like without
Yeah.
that layer on top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a really nice piece.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Um, yeah, and I think it represents you well and your style. So yeah,
Okay.
nice work. Thanks, Kyron.
Thank you. I appreciate it.